when you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wildcats offense is on the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They go to the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Making side adjustments here. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Right on the money. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Wilcox. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Wilcox. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Kentucky. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. To the air, it's Reed. Got a man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Wilcox. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilmore. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hold and fire complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The kick is on its way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and there's nothing harder on a defense than when you run play action and you suck me up a few steps, and you got tight ends like...
Breaks into the open. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
And that last run was just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
And the Wildcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Wants to adjust the pattern. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the direct snap, it's Washington. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
17, LSU, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. LSU right back to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Catch in the middle, it's Riley.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking for a man, it's Reed. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. A low line drive and not his best work. Kentucky has it back and the big blue offense takes the field. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. This time on target. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Wildcats are marching down the field. They'll go with a direct snap. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Reed. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Quarterback making checks. On the snap, it's Wilcox. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
31, LSU, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a...
Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. To the air, it's Jenkins. Pulls it in, it's Wilcox. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Running the red zone, it's Wilcox. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilcox. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Still on his feet. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's looking deep. Makes the catch. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already...
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Reed. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Let's go. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Makes the grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, When they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilmore. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. It's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So first down will open up the final period. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They want that clock to run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Jenkins. Trying to set up the screen. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've showed you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Give to the big fullback. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And it's the throwback fullback picking up the first down. Great effort on 4th, surging ahead to keep his offense on the field.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability